They can't beat me. If they could beat me, they would have went to the polls.
What do you do tonight if you don't get the Democratic Party's nomination?
What do you mean? I will be victorious tonight. You will see. My people are here. They're not going to go nowhere. The show will go on.
Despite the single-digit temperatures, residents in Thornton Township stood in line to enter the rec center at South Suburban College. Inside, hundreds packed the gymnasium to vote in a special election, including Mary Smith of South Holland.
This has been going on. This has brought the whole thing of Thornton down.
They're here to elect a new trustee. Jerry Jones resigned from his position back in October. That resignation left Supervisor Tiffany Henyard with the authority to select the trustee of her choice in 60 days. Why was it so imperative for you not to allow the supervisor to appoint someone?
Well, we weren't going backwards. There's no way we were stepping back.
We'll open the floor for nomination.
On this night, voters nominated 3 people to fill the vacant trustee seat. And by a show of paddles and cheers, they voted on one person.
The winner is Stephanie Weedman.
Will you be an independent voice, or will you fall in line with the other 2 trustees? Opposition to the supervisor?
I am going to be a voice for the residents.
Tiffany Henyard is being dismantled. She's being disassembled piece by piece. We know that she lost that whole battle for Thornton Township supervisor. Now she's a write-in candidate. Good luck with that, right? She's going to lose. She's running around town doing interviews, basically trying to plead her case. Nobody's listening. Everybody's laughing at her. And then last night, it all culminated in the people of Thornton voting for a new trustee for the Thornton Township Board. And guess what? Well, as you saw, Stephanie Weedman got it. Stephanie Weedman, who had been fired by Tiffany Henyard. Good God, turnabout is fair play, right? This thing came full circle. Now, Weedman will be sitting up there on the dais with Tiffany, and I can guarantee you Tiffany ain't getting nothing else through Thornton Township, okay? So we've got the Dalton election coming up here shortly, and then we've got, after that, April, the Thornton election, and then that's it. No more Tiffany Henyard. And I continue to predict, like last night at this thing where Weedman was voted in, and you saw the enthusiasm. That was damn near unanimous, okay? At this special election where Weedman was voted in, you had an enthusiastic crowd. You had people there ready to move on beyond Tiffany, and Tiffany was not there, okay? I predict that Tiffany is going to, fade into the background more and more, especially after the people of Thornton have now said, you know what, we're ready to challenge you and your big mouth. You're not going to sit up here and lord over us anymore. The people out there are tired of it. Can you imagine living in an area where you had an individual with the equivalent of a 3rd grade education? Sorry, 3rd graders, I know that's an insult to you, but for expediency's sake, you got someone that you could take someone out of the Congo right now who had never seen the printed word, and they could read better than Tiffany Henyard. They would master the English language better than Tiffany Henyard. This is what you got lording over the township and over the village of Dalton, okay? Someone with this ghetto mentality. She thinks it's all about playing dress up and I'm the boss chick and all this garbage, okay? And people just want to move on from that. They didn't really expect that. Now, Chris Gonzalez, listen up. You put Thornton in this position by nominating her in the first place, okay? Which really makes me question your judgment there, Chris. But I think that on the other side of this, he has had time to reflect. He know he messed up in doing that. And look, they had to ride it out, right? So Gonzalez looks like he'll continue to be a trustee out there. And I think he has the best interest of the township at heart, as much as a politician from Illinois can, right? We are talking about Illinois Democrats here, so, you got to take it all with a grain of salt. Now, Weedman does have extensive experience because, again, she did sit there as an aide to Frank Zuccarelli, the previous Thornton Township supervisor who had been there for 30 years. He died in office, and then we went from him to Hood Booger. Extensive experience would allow her, Weedman, to begin recovery efforts quickly before new board election in April. Now, I don't know if Weedman is going to run again for the big election in April, but she can start to put things back together. I think she probably should run for the full, term because her experience would definitely come in handy, right? And jury's out on that guy Napoleon. Okay, so you need somebody act as a check and a balance to whomever comes in there as the new Thornton Township supervisor. When a new trustee is chosen to fill the vacant seat on the Thornton Township board, which happened last night, that person will serve only 3 months before the new board takes over. You know what? Weedman might not be able to because I don't think she's on that slate. So if Chicago has all this weird kind of stuff going on with their politics. You cannot just get up in the morning and say, I'm going to run for a position out here. You got to jump through a lot of hoops because Illinois is just a corrupt place. Okay, let's just be honest. It's the most politically corrupt state in the union, believe it or not. Stephanie Weedman said she thinks she's the right person to bridge the gap between the vacancy and the election. All right, so she's going to be doing it. She's going to be basically putting the brakes on whatever the hell Tiffany wants to do. Not even sure if Tiffany will continue to show up to these meetings, considering she knows damn well she's not going to be able to get anything done. Maybe now they can get this insurance thing straight, find a company that is willing to take the risk and insure Thornton Township. A Thornton Township still led by Tiffany Henyard. In the whole damn world, okay, I got people on this channel from Holland who know Tiffany Henyard, Dalton, and Thornton. And it's for all the wrong reasons, right? It's not like St. Petersburg, Russia, and you say, oh, the beautiful architecture in St. Petersburg. Wow, I want to visit there one day, right? Or you say, hey, Baltimore's a rough place, but they got a damn good crab cake. One day I'm going to go to Baltimore and I'm going to get that crab cake. No, that's not why you know Thornton and Dalton. You know it because it has a hood booger at the helm. A loudmouth ghetto rat bastard who the citizens won't have to deal with much longer.